Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Flagship station for MTSU Sports. The views and opinions on this show are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of WGNS, its management, other hosts, or advertisers.
All right, and we are here, and this is Ed Raymer for the Edmund Lee Raymer Show. And I'm going to start out right now. Christian Gay is my guest, but this show is produced at the studios of WGNS AM 1450, 100.5, 101.9 FM right here in the heart of the great volunteer state. And you can reach us tonight. You can reach Christian with your complaints or your praise or your questions or comments or whatever at 615-893-1450. That's 615-893-1450. You can also send us a text to that number. And our producer, who's on the board tonight, Bo's on the board. He's being coached by our good friend Connor, of course. And if you want a little too high or too shy and you don't want to go on the air, they'll be glad to take your question down. Your text, send us a text, and they'll read it over the air. Or give it to me or Christian. We'll read it for you. You can also watch us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Most of you by now, you know the drill. Some of you are already watching us, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much. I run into you all through the week. Thank you so much. Pick up new viewers, new listeners all the time. And you can also download the WGNS app and take WGNS with you wherever you go. Listen whenever you wish. Jason Qualls has financial coaching. He's on every afternoon around 4:30 when baseball doesn't interfere. And good broadcast. He's got good guests, knowledgeable people, giving good financial coaching. And, of course, our good friend, Angela Bingham and Angie Renee, they just left here a while ago, doing a great job, just doing a wonderful job here in Rutherford County. And they are what this county needs more of, really. Christian Gay is here. Christian, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fine. Like I told you before I got here, it just felt like I was coming home for a little bit between going on vacation and running some campaigns, and now I've gotten myself into a promotion. I guess you could call it. Yeah, some would call it a promotion. Some may not, though. I don't know.
Some may call it your past coming back to haunt you. Okay.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, okay. What's going on? Tell us what's happening. As you know, of course, it's old news by now. Democrats hold now 7 seats on the county commission here in Rutherford County.
That's right.
But now we get into a little bit of a thicker part of the mix, the state races, and, of course, federal United States Congress and Senate and all that. But state Senate, state races, all that. But you're managing a candidate that's running up against our old friend Desjardins, Victoria Broadwick. I think I've run into her a time or two.
Yeah, I think you ought to have, and if you hadn't, I think everybody else will be here in the next few months.
Yeah, they will be.
I'm very overjoyed to have the opportunity. I was sitting licking my wounds after coming off 2 county commission races that were very competitive, who were stellar candidates, and who changed my life completely.
Right.
And I mean that, and I hope that they know that.
Who were you working? No, I forget. I'm talking. You were with.
I was working with a fantastic woman named Katie Beth Thomas.
Katie Beth,
and all of her friends.
She was fantastic. Didn't she lose? I think
172 votes.
172 votes.
It was a lot closer than I think percentages make it look. But I want to tell you this campaign, and it wasn't just Katie Beth. I had the pleasure of working with, but it was her friend group. It was her foundational cohort. Her husband Daniel was an instrumental part in supporting this candidate, and there's 25 to 30 people working this campaign at one time, and it was the strongest Democratic race I had ever managed up to this point, as far as enthusiasm and as far as people really caring about the mission that Katie Beth had outlined.
Well, I'm telling you, with Katie Beth, there was no shortage of enthusiasm.
I don't think so. No,
she was right there, and I want her to be back. I want her back running for. I don't care if she runs for dog catcher, the old saying goes. I don't care.
Right.
But, I mean, there's a place for her.
I understand. I think so, too, and I think it's at the table. But I want to tell you, Both of my candidates had 1,905 votes combined. Katie Beth had 1,018, and that was larger than District 1, District 5, and District 17 individually.
Right day. I didn't know
And Katie Beth received more votes than each of the 7 winning candidates did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had Will. Will was about the same. Will Lehue. He was running for District 4
Will
against
Lehue,
Robert P.
Right.
And Will had a very interesting environment politically to walk into, because a Democrat had not ran there in 30 years. That I was able to see through data and everything else.
I think you're right. Yeah.
You know, we had John Jocks. I couldn't remember if he was a Republican or a Republican-leaning independent.
Right.
You know,
and I think Mr. P, didn't he used to be a Democrat? And
he
went switched to an independent for a while. Right. I mean, he's a good fellow. Good fellow. I always get along with him.
I believe Mr. P. You know, I was we were up at a forum, and he put his arm around me whenever he was talking to me and everything.
Sure.
And I was he was when he had broken his shoulder. You know, he's broken his shoulder. You know.
Yeah.
And so I was standing there, and he got done telling the story, and I looked at him. I said, "Well, Mr. P, I want to tell you, I'm Will Lehue's campaign manager." And he looked at me. He looked at me so funny. But no, Will had tremendous success. He was only 1 point shy from reaching parity with a Republican opponent of Mr. P's in 22. 1 point away.
1 point.
He grew out more of a Democratic coalition or a Democratic willing to vote coalition than anybody had with a D beside their name since before I was born, probably.
I'm telling you, and you know, you're right, because you're a lot younger than me. I'm
27 years old.
I know. I've seen this thing slide downhill over the last, especially 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And it has not been fun for a guy like me. And for a young man like you to come up, people like Katie Beth to come up, Will, all these the candidates, of course, candidates that won. But I beg, and we had Matt Fee on last week, and we are begging, as I told you out there before we came in here, I want these candidates back. The ones that didn't make the grade, that didn't quite get over the hump this time, come on back, because you were, I mean, it was tight.
Yeah, Mr. P has said that it was his last year at a public forum. He said he was done.
He was done.
He did.
This will be it.
That's what he says. I can't ever tell you if he's
sure. Who knows?
But I do think that there's going to be a lot of opportunity for new candidates, and especially returning ones who have made a footing.
That's right.
If we had this same election next year or a year after, I think Katie Beth Thomas wins her election.
I think so too.
I think Will Lehue wins his election.
Do you? Let me ask you something personally.
All right.
I'm gonna throw this at you from left field of all places. Excuse me. Would you like running for office, or do you like the managing part of it, of what you do?
I think ultimately my ambition is to be successful in whatever I'm doing.
Sure.
And I think one of the main things is that you learn and you get to grow and you have timing, because I think ultimately the goal is to be on the ballot, but I don't ever want to assume that because the seat is open or that the field is wide or anything else that it's my time. You know, you've heard that saying, the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah, but you just got to mow it a little more often.
Well, the grass might be greener over there because you're not over there screwing it up.
That's right.
And so I've had the fortune of learning from Senate candidates for the United States Senate, House candidates, Katie Beth Thomas, Will Lehue, Mariah Phillips, Kathy Watts, Brendan Dowdy, Jeff Wooden. I've had a wonderful education in what Democratic politics can look like, and I have my own vision for it. But I'm going to be successful in running campaigns if it's the last thing I do. And if that works out, then there may be room for CG on the ballot somewhere. But when that is, I can't tell. I think there's a wonderful coalition of people now who deserve to be in office. And that doesn't have to include me right now.
Right. Well, you know, and I'm at the age where it's all just, you know, it's academic. I mean, I'm not going to run for anything. I've never put my name on a ballot, but I respect so much people that do. And I would think if you've been after that initial introduction into the quote unquote business of politics, which is running and raising money and shaking hands and, you know, listening to dull jokes like mine, and pretending you got to laugh. Oh, Eddie, you're so funny. And it's not. But seriously, I mean, that's part of it. But those candidates and now, and we've got a bunch more even before that, Christian, because you've been around here with me a while now, and we've got a bunch of candidates even from 7-8 years ago that did a fantastic. I look at Kathy Watts. Kathy won her race, of course, but Kelly Northcutt, Carolyn Cox. I'm just throwing names out of these people that I know. Jeff Wooden is the latest entry. That is, this guy is a shining. He's a diamond.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and.
Yeah, I think that politics teaches you something that no other, not sport, but no other field can teach you.
No other venue can teach it to you.
Is that you will get your teeth kicked in, and you're going to like it. And you are going to get back up, and you're going to determine what kind of person are you going to be. Are you only going to be the kind of person that shows up for institutions when they suit you, that show up for races when they look favorable for you, that show up whenever you don't have to spend a lot of money? Are you going to show up whenever it's time for to get people organized on the ground when there's nobody been organized in a long time? What kind of person are you, and are you willing to pay the expense that democracy makes you pay? And if you aren't, get out of the way. Right.
Yeah, I agree. Not everybody is what we have in the White House today.
No.
This is so far from the norm. Mm-hmm. And one thing that's happened, which is good, I think, for the Democrats, is a lot of the Republicans have come to believe that's the way you run for office. Mm-hmm. You hate your opponent. You hate everything they say. You disagree with everything they say. And when you lose, you can't, they stole my election. Mm-hmm. They stole it from me. And you sit around and you cry and you whimper and moan and cry and all that. That's not what I'm seeing from our Democrats. They know, hey, I'll be back in 2 years. I'll be back in 4 years, whatever the case may be.
And we have learned something about the opponent. We have learned something about their environment.
Right.
We have learned something about who they are as people. And they have plenty of more times to make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
And we are always watching you.
Sure. Always. A lot of people. Now, I'll tell you what let's do. Bo, if we can, let's go to our first series of breaks, if we could, because I want to give Christian maximum yield of our time. And then this is Ed Raymer for the Ed and Lee Raymer Show, and my guest is Christian Gay. We're going to be back with you right after this. Stay with us. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
And I want to tell you about a great friend of ours, J. Mullins Jewelers. They've been in this county for going on 100 years now. And their new location is 1640 Memorial Boulevard, right here in Murfreesboro. Jewelry for any and all occasions, weddings, birthdays, of course, all holidays, Christmas and everything, getting real busy around the Christmas holidays. Check them out at 1640 Memorial Boulevard, right here in Murfreesboro. J. Mullins Jewelers. Can't beat it. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com. Ed Raymer back with you with the Evan Lee Raymer Show. Thank you, Bo. Thank you, Connor. Appreciate it. Christian, let's talk a little bit about your employer right now, Miss Victoria Vaughn.
My wonderful employer.
Your employer, how is she doing? First of all, how's she doing? I haven't had a chance to talk to her lately.
Oh, she's doing, I think, a lot better than she was 8 days ago.
Yeah.
I was sitting, and that was more of a joke than anything because that's when I came on.
Okay, all right.
I was sitting, licking my wounds after these county commission races, and waiting for the results to be certified tomorrow. They're already on the website, but they're certifying them tomorrow.
Sure.
And trying to get the master roll out of the people who voted to see where we may have worked, where maybe not have worked, everything like that.
Oh yeah.
Get my postmortems ready for my candidates, and then I get a call.
Yep.
It's Victoria Broderick.
Yep.
And we talked for a little while, and she says, well, look, I need a manager. I said, okay. Good.
Right.
So I started asking questions. Whenever you jump into something like this, you want to, it's like a car.
Sure.
You want to run your scanner in it, diagnose if it's running right, see everything's going on.
Right.
And so there's been a few things to tighten up, but she came out with a very good, I think, base. She had just come off a primary that she had won, where the guy had outspent her 12.5 to 1.
Every bit of it, probably more than that.
$700,000 Mr. Cortez raised.
Yeah.
Had a widening field of people against her in the primary.
Right.
One of your guests, Tim Lanier, was running against her. And Tim's,
I think Tim even admitted he wasn't. Yeah, he knew. Yeah, and Tim's a good thought.
Tim is a very good man. He's been somebody whose counsel and wisdom, I think, has been invaluable to me over the last few days when it comes to getting everything getting consolidated.
Sure.
And so, Tim's somebody I definitely want to keep working with.
Because I think Tim wanted to just get his feet wet.
I think so, and I think he chose a good time to do it.
He did, sure.
And so, anyway, and Dr. Joyce Neal is also a very good candidate.
Dr. Neal, and she'll help any way she can.
I believe so. She ought to,
yes.
And I think it'd be very good if she would. But anyway, she beat Cortez down here. I think 2,490 something to about 5,500 votes.
Right.
Nearly doubling his vote total.
Right. Yeah.
Only lost a couple of counties.
Sure.
And she came out with a very strong mandate,
right,
I think, to lead the Democratic Party in this district.
Yeah. And the thing I've always loved about Victoria is she's energetic and she's got great ideas.
Yes.
But she's not over the top.
I think so.
She's controlled.
Uh-huh.
She knows this is serious business.
Right.
And, we get into and I've been through it this whole, basically this year, this last 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
That's all I've talked is local, of course, local politics. Because all politics is local.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been up here with me a couple times, even during that. And, I mean, with your candidates, of course. But when we shift gears to this race now,
it's a whole different ballgame.
It's a whole different ballgame.
That's right.
It is.
Well, the first thing I wanted to do was diagnose the engine. But I realized something that would be a massive constraint. See, Ed, when you're doing political action of any kind, there are 3 resources you have.
Right.
Only one of them happens to be money.
Sure.
The other one is enthusiasm. The other one is time.
Right.
I had 88 days. I'm down to 80 now.
Right.
79 is tomorrow. 78 is the day after that.
Exactly. Right.
And so you're trying to land the plane and make sure the landing gear is built. So in that time, I've moved rather quickly with the authority of the candidate to bring on a field coordinator who is a very bright human being, and I think he knows rural politics very well. And he just so happens to be one of the candidates I manage, Mr. Will Ahue.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The second is the chief of staff, who I entrusted a lot of the operational things to. And he also happened to be a county commission candidate, Mr. Jake Malmstrom.
Right. Okay.
very bright young man.
Right.
That's say young man. They're all older than I am. But I like 2 years ago I couldn't even like get a car without the rate
right,
being
okay,
but then the other people we've got are local folks who are extremely keen on Democratic politics. I think one of them has enormous credentials in research. And we have a pretty good specialist in communications, and I wanted to do the thing where the candidate could be the candidate and the staff could be the staff.
Sure.
That way, you don't have somebody managing 1 or 5 things all the time. You look at the budgets. You look at those. So I went from running county commission races that were okay. If something has to be done, CG has to be the one to go do it. Now we have departments, and that's a bigger thing. And so Victoria has a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety that is off of her now. And the thing is that this race is winnable.
Oh, yes.
It went from a 39-point swing to an 18-point swing. 33% of the district is new to both candidates. With a part of Davidson County entering the foray, we lost a couple of rural counties, unfortunately. But the ones that we do have are very, I think, strong and untapped Democratic networks, full of people, full of enthusiasm, and are ready to come out. So Victoria enters a field in a better position than she might have had 8 days ago, with a lot of enthusiasm of an electorate, people who are, in local conditions are changing among these different counties. I mean, I think Matt told you last week that a lot of counties that began winning seats. Coffee County picked up a few Democratic county commission seats. Bledsoe County picked up some.
Yeah, Montgomery County is blue now.
Montgomery County, our own county.
Yep.
Yeah, our own county picked up some. So, and there are very good candidates who are invigorated in these areas now, like Michael Woodley. He is running for Tennessee State House that represents Van Buren, Sequatchie, Bledsoe County, and then there's another one I'd hate to forget that I'm going to. But he's a very good candidate as well. So you have strong Democratic fighters in these areas that are going to keep the momentum going. And I hope that every federal candidate can build a coalition among these existing environmental structures and capitalize on it.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Marianne Franklin Young. Marianne, I'll be giving you a call later on if you're listening right now. I hope you are. Where you've got how many? Okay, the Republicans have cut this thing up. Of course, they did their redistricting, which we're all hoping come back to bite them on the backside. How many counties? Is 15 counties still? Or
no, I think it's down to 11.
This district?
I think so.
Really?
And I've had to juggle them. I've had 8 days to remember them.
Sure.
And
right.
But they cut it down to a lot of different places after the redistricting.
But this does not go into Chattanooga, right?
No, it doesn't. Not anymore.
So we are the big hit. Rutherford County is.
Yes, Rutherford County is the central district. It's the linchpin of the entire thing.
Right.
But there's also they took out Bedford County. They took out Meigs County. They took out another one, Wyatt County, maybe not. I don't know. It's a big old list.
I have not studied.
But I do know we got Davidson, Rutherford, Sequatchie, Bedford. We have Cannon County, Coffee County, Franklin County, and then I think there's like 3 or 4 more.
Now you have Davidson County now?
A little bit of Davidson, yeah. We have 15 of their Metro Council districts.
Right. Okay.
And they're all Democratic.
Great.
Vice President Harris won by 29 points in those districts.
Oh, yeah. And before that, Hillary Clinton had beat Donald Trump in those districts as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I told Hope Oliver, because I knew when Hope ran the first time for county commission here,
Mm-hmm.
I told her 4 years ago, I said, you can win this thing. You can do this. Because the numbers were there. And sure enough, she did.
And the numbers, that's what Davidson County is. They gave us a gift of some kind.
Yes, I know. And I sure appreciate it.
I do too. But I think the harder thing is going to be managing loose networks of connected rural counties.
Right. Yeah.
And getting them on the same page. And then, of course, bolstering the success that county commission candidates had here.
I think, we've got to put that as a feather in our cap because, as I've always said, and you know this, the pendulum is always swinging. The pendulum, and now it's swung a little bit more finely in our favor. When it finally swings, you can get ready. Sometimes you'll wind up with more than you can say grace over,
And this is going to bug me.
And I hope it's gay.
This is going to bug me to death. It's Rutherford, Davidson, a portion of it, Cannon, Coffee, Warren, Franklin, Grundy, Marion, Van Buren, Bledsoe, and Sequatchie.
Okay. All right.
So that's it.
So the big hit is us and that little portion of Davidson County, which
for Democratic votes or just
right.
For volume, yeah. I mean, there's more people that live in a neighborhood in Rutherford County than do live maybe in like some of the entire parts of the counties in Grundy County
or whatever it may be. Right.
But
understood.
I mean, some of those counties are seeing their own boom in Democratic politics, and so. It's exciting to see the layout of the field and to see finally, because it's like there's 33% of the district that's new to both of them. To both Broderick and to Descharlet.
Sure.
And we get first impressions, and as long as he keeps his mouth closed. You know?
Yeah, he's not going to say anything. Victoria will have enough to say for everybody.
I think so. And I think
I know she does.
Yeah, I think so. But then, I
think I said, the beauty of this thing is she's seasoned.
Yeah,
she's been in this thing now, and she knows what to expect. She can, ascertain how to respond before it ever happens. And she can look into the future. You've got to, just get the whole picture before you can.
I think so.
And
I thought Kathy would have called by now.
Kathy. Kathy, what? Is that her name?
Yeah, I think so. I thought Kathy would call. She calls every week.
I've met her a couple times. I don't know. I've heard her name.
No Jeff either. What's this feels so out of sort for a show.
I'm telling you, but no, that's okay. We've got plenty to talk about. I'm waiting for Victoria's call, to be honest with you. But it's a great time. This can be it. I think she can do this. I know she can.
If there's ever a time to push all the chips in your hand in,
you got it.
It's right now.
It's time. Yeah.
And that's but I think for me to see a candidate and their momentum move, and you can't see that really all that well in county commission races because everybody's waiting the time. And the only thing you can measure it by is like sign here or somebody going to a house. I got your mailer. Nah, here you can see compositions of places that are saying, I think I actually like the Democratic Party, or at least I like Victoria Broderick's version.
Well, they're finding out that it's not vulgar to be a Democrat like you were years ago. And let's just face it, when I came here in 1980, I've told you this for years, this place was as blue as that wall out there. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, and that can happen again. Mm-hmm. And I think we got a taste of it in the county commission races. And I can tell because none of the Republicans want to talk about it.
They sure don't. They hadn't said a lot.
They don't have much to say whatsoever.
Except on election night.
Even the ones that got where WGNS had their headquarters set up. But even the ones that got their, that won, but they won by just a sliver. Mm-hmm. They've sort of piped down just a little bit, and they found out that a lot of their constituency, they may not be necessarily on board with a lot of their ideas,
because they don't know what their ideas are. And that's one thing I said.
Well, they don't have any.
That's one thing I saw about Mike Cush so much. I was thinking, I'm going door to door, and Mr. Cush, if you hear this, I don't mean, I'm not trying to disparage you. This is just this is you. So I would knock a door and I'd say, "Is your county commissioner ever came to talk to you?" Who?
Right. Yeah.
And I was thinking, my goodness. So whenever they're being quiet. I think people actually have to have a formulation of a feeling about you before they can decide whether they hate you or not.
Right.
And some of the people what we saw was that there was massive coalitions built in these county races that did not exist 4 years prior, and everybody was so up in arms about. Can't you see what we did in 22 versus 24? I'm thinking, guys, you're looking at the wrong metric.
You
need to look at 2018. Same electoral diverse, like same fluid situation. Governor race at the top, in termed out. We got more people coming in, but hot on both sides. 22 was a midterm year, of course. 24 repeats kind of the same pattern as 2018, but we outperformed 2018.
Right.
That's the biggest thing.
Sure.
Because in 2018 we had county commission candidates running and getting the tar beat out of them, and now you pick up 7 nearly 10 years later.
That's right.
Hello.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hello, Dolly.
That's right. And people are getting the message more and more and more.
I think so. And that's the thing about this cohort of candidates. It's the women in them that are just incredible. Angela Lewin, Marlena Trago, Marianne Young. Of course, our own Victoria Broderick.
Yeah.
Kathy Watts.
Well, I'm hoping.
And the list goes on. Ashley Benkarski.
Well, that's what you've talked about. Marlena Trago, and I hope she hangs around.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
You got a call for us? Hey, we've got a call online. Go ahead.
Come on.
Hey, Ed, it's Terry.
Hello, Terry Livingston. Is this Terry Livingston over in Knoxville?
It is. Yes,
hey, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Hey, we've been making some news. We've been making some news over here. I guess you've heard.
There's always some news coming from Rutherford.
How are you?
Good. I was just listening, and the candidates we've got running in all of the districts, they need to stress just 2 or 3 things and make it the top headline, in my opinion. Now, this is just me.
Right.
And one is they haven't raised the minimum wage in over 20 years.
Right.
They've been breaking down union representation.
Yeah, collective bargaining is pretty well out the door right now.
And they don't listen to the opposite side. They want to prosecute people just for having an opinion.
Sure.
And they are now trying to make it illegal to protest. And then we got the cost of food and gas.
Sure.
And you just talk about, are you better off now than you were 2 years ago?
Well, yeah, and you're correct, on everything. You're right. And
if they could just stress the economics of what's going on. And another thing is these flock cameras. People over here are just like wasps. They're just circling the wagons ready to strike.
They're against them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. A little bit too much information gathering that's about enough. Well, I think
it's surveillance. It's
surveillance.
Surveillance.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
And they're building these data centers.
Oh God.
Probably just to store all this information. And as paranoid as I am, I think they're buying up all these warehouses so they can arrest people and put them in there.
I don't think you're overly paranoid on that, Terry, because of what we've seen. But, one of these days, this is going to come to an end.
Well, once they get all this data on us, they can just track us anywhere they want anyway, with all the cameras everywhere and out on the streets. We've got a couple of roads here where they got 4 or 5 on a half mile. It's ridiculous.
4 or 5 flock cameras on a half mile stretch of road.
What have you been doing that they need that much surveillance?
well, you don't have to answer that, Terry.
The state of Tennessee provided all this grant money, to buy these cameras, and so all these cities are jumping on it. And they don't even know why. They're just doing it,
Well, yeah, and that's what I've said, too. Lots of times, for years, I've said it. Just because the money's there don't mean you got to take it and spend it. I mean, you might have some other avenue that might be more beneficial, to your county or your constituency than just putting up a bunch of cameras to watch a guy.
Our city council has put a moratorium on them. I mean, the county commission has. I don't think the city has yet. But the sheriff here, he's going out at the end of the month, and we got a new sheriff in there, and everybody wants to know what he's going to do about all this because people are so upset with this surveillance society we've got going in this country. People are fed up with it.
Well, they are, and we had a situation here just this past week. I think it was Thursday night, and some people got thrown out of a city council meeting, and it was over flock cameras. You know.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate your time. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in there.
No, I thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you.
Terry, I'll be talking to you.
You have a good evening.
Take care. See you.
Good luck.
Take care. We need it. We'll take it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Terry,
Bye-bye.
that's a good friend of mine, Terry Livingston over in Knoxville, Tennessee, and he calls in occasionally. He keeps up with what's going on here, you know.
I think the flock camera issue is one thing that is going to be something that all levels of government have to deal with.
Right.
And mayors and commissioners and aldermen and executives are going to have to figure out how much pressure they're going to take from their citizenry versus how much political points they are going to achieve if they do not. And I think one thing, too, is that we know Congress is not going to put pressure on rural Tennessee to take flock cameras down. They're the ones giving them the money.
Sure.
The thing is that I think under the guise of illegal immigration policy, they are putting forth a way of mass surveillance on an entire populace. Whenever we have stories of police officers using the data to pull over women they were interested in or stalking their exes.
Yeah, sure, right.
And so
we've seen that happen. I've seen it in my business.
But the thing is, Ed, like, power like that does not corrupt. It reveals.
Sure it does.
It reveals to you what the people in power are like when they use it. And I think that's one thing that Victoria's messaging is really hitting home at and has always hit home at. It's not that he went to Washington, D.C. and was corrupted, Mr. Desjardins. Washington, D.C. put forth the institutions and the necessary conditions for us to see who Scott Desjardins is.
They laid the welcome mat out for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
many more like him.
That's right.
And so we're seeing that now.
You enable men and women who have some of the worst virtues in American policy and politics and allow for them to have free reign over the lives of people they will have never met or care to meet.
Sure. That's your key word, care to meet. They really don't want to have anything to do. Yeah. Oh, they'll take their vote or their non-vote if they're of a certain party. Well, you know.
Desjardins went down to Franklin County, I think it was, where they closed down, or it may have been Bledsoe. It doesn't matter. But he went down to where one of the VA hospitals was closing.
Yeah. And
they were kicking press out of the room. Well, you don't have to answer that, Mr. Desjardins. You don't have to answer this.
Right.
That means you don't have to answer to it. You don't have to answer the concerns.
Yeah.
This is just the lying press.
Yeah.
I think a certain mustached German man called the press lying press.
Yeah, sure. Well, there's another guy called, the
fake news, right?
That proposed and upheld by a bunch of fake Christians.
And I'm not trying to make the distinction that one man is, of course, bought into the kind of horrendous policies that Germany was at the time. I'm saying that if you begin to use the same tactics that people who wish to rule you instead of govern with you use, and you do that over and over and over again, I think it stops becoming about the electorate, but about the political environment and the faith you have in the system itself.
Well, I've always felt we have the best system in the world.
We do. It's an awful one, but I prefer it to all the other ones.
I know. It's a work in progress.
Of course.
I understand.
That's what Churchill said. He said that democracy is the worst form of government. But I like it over all the other ones.
Man. And but I mean, again, and Terry mentioned this minimum wage, okay, and he's exactly right.
That's right.
And there's not a politician that I hear that campaigns on. Well, a few Democrats do.
Mm-hmm. I heard an old party chair by the name of Rooster. And Rooster is a very southern down-home man. I mean, he had coached football out at one of the juvenile detention centers, and he okay. Really. And so he was telling me, he said, "Look, son, out here it's God, gas, and groceries."
Right. Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah." It's almost like the ghost of James Carville's non-Palantir working for corpse came up to me and said, "Talk about the economy, stupid."
It's the economy, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think that's right.
That's right.
Oh, we got a call there.
You really keep me on that phone tonight, aren't you?
Sure am. I'm taking I have a prop bet out with my wife that if Jeff calls in, then I get $40, and then if it's somebody else, I get.
All right, we got a caller. We do. Hello, caller. Go ahead.
Mr. Raymer.
Yes.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Hello, Jeff. Talk to Christian Gabe because he's been asking about you.
Jeff.
How much money is he giving you? $100?
Well, no. Ed was too smart to want to bet this with me.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, and so I am very excited to hear your voice this evening.
Oh, I appreciate that. I was going to say y'all were talking earlier, and I think, right. I mean, the way I see it right now, and I mean, I think the Democrats not. I mean, maybe in this area or statewide, I think the Democratic Party is really on fire all over the country. When you see the candidates in different, races, federal. I don't know about the local stuff, but state, federal races. I mean, when you see all the ones that are running and the opposition, and you can tell that, the Republican Party is kind of running scared a little bit.
And I think, Jeff, that's one thing, is it's a big coalition, too. You've got Democratic Socialists winning governor primaries in Minnesota or Michigan. I forget which one.
Yeah.
But then you also have people like James Talrico winning in Texas.
Sure.
Their primary. And then you've got a big tent of Democratic-leaning of candidates. And the Republican Party is just what the Republican Party is. So, yeah, I'd be scared, too, if I were them, because there's a lot of different people on a bunch of different sides who wish to not see you ever succeed again.
No. Go ahead, Jeff.
And I mean, what I was going to say with the governor's race, I mean, and I really don't believe in, I don't think Marsha Blackburn's going to debate. I mean, I don't think she wants to. It's like...
No. I mean, she can't string a sentence together, Jeff. It's not...
I heard Jerry Green on the show this week, and they asked her about it, and it's like she said she doesn't want to debate her record. But she's done. I mean, I forget how many hundreds of bills she's sponsored, and only less than 10 of them have passed.
That's the deal, isn't it, Jeff? Like you and I've talked, she's done nothing to talk about.
That's what I'm saying. This is what Miss Green has said. There were so many of them were just to do for naming post offices for people.
Sure.
Stuff like that stuff. They're like, it's kind of, what is that? I mean, it's like she hasn't really done much. I mean, she can talk about bell to bell, no sale. We've had that for a couple of years. We know what that is.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure the Democrats would have a nice jail cell for it. Their little ethics.
Hey, Jay, take it easy. She's got a degree in home economics or something. Okay,
is that what her degree is?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, let's just put it this way. They were talking to her about age, Miss Green. And of course, Blackburn, if she wins, she'd be the oldest governor in Tennessee history. She's 74.
Right.
Okay. Yep. Green is 48, and they asked her about it, and she said, "Well, age isn't the issue here. It's the kind of the record or what she wants to do. That's kind of the deal." And I know one of the things that Green wants to do if she's elected is get rid of the grocery tax.
Right. And no one has talked seriously about that, Jeff, in years.
Well, Afton Bain talked a little bit about it, but it wasn't. I mean, she tried to put it forward, but it didn't go anywhere.
Well, but it's a source of revenue for the state, and right now they're having to have everything. They want everything they can get.
Oh, exactly. And I talked to somebody about it, and their biggest thing was they were afraid. Okay, if we get rid of the grocery tax, they're afraid we won't have a state income tax.
Well, that's what they're fighting over right now, and Rob Mitchell's leading the charge in this, and I don't want to get sidetracked here. But, no, seriously, because they're wanting to tax your residential rental property at a 60% rate. They're not kidding me. What's happened is these counties are looking for money.
Oh, exactly.
And they've got some of these lobbyists that say, hey, got an idea for you. And, so far that had, until Rob showed up, nobody had really said anything. It was kind of coming in under the mat,
Yeah.
They were just sliding it in. By the way, we're going to do this. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's how that's how you get Chicago and New York City pricing for rent in Rutherford County.
Yeah,
it's just absolutely bonkers, bonkers rent.
I mean, and like I say, like I said, there's a lot of moment for them. Like you guys were mentioning Victoria and some other ones, state people that are running wins. I mean, they got a real chance that they can get out there and get their message out there, what they want districts or state, if Victoria can get out there and do it, she's got a real shot to win. I mean, you never know.
She does. She
know.
really does. Jeff, anything else?
Have a great week. I enjoy your show.
Yay, Jeff.
Have a good rest. And stay cool. And don't scramble your egg on the concrete now in the morning. Don't scramble your eggs now. Kind of get that bacon nice and crisp.
Is that what you're gonna do?
I've got the wife's skillet out there right now. I'm waiting for it to heat up tomorrow morning. I'm telling you. Thank you, Jeff.
Have a good week, guys. Take care.
All right, take care.
Good.
Jeff Neal, good supporter of this broadcast, a supporter of this station, and just a good all-around fellow. I'll tell you what we're going to do. If we can't, but let's go to our final break, and we're going to be back with Christian Gay right after this. Stay with us, folks. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
And I want to tell you about a great friend of ours, J. Mullins Jewelers. You know, they've been in this county for going on 100 years now. And their new location is 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. Jewelry for any and all occasions, weddings, birthdays, of course, all holidays, Christmas and everything, getting real busy around the Christmas holidays. Check them out at 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. You know, J. Mullins Jewelers. Can't beat it. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
And I want to tell you about a great friend of ours, J. Mullins Jewelers. You know, they've been in this county for going on 100 years now. And their new location is 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. Jewelry for any and all occasions, weddings, birthdays, of course, all holidays, Christmas and everything, getting real busy around the Christmas holidays. Check them out at 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. You know, J. Mullins Jewelers. Can't beat it. Okay, and we are back with Christian Gay. Christian, thank you for doing this. I appreciate you coming up all the time.
No place I'd rather be.
And Connor and Bo, thank you, boys, for being on the board. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Doing a good job as always. And thank you, WGNS, for allowing a guy like me to hang around. I appreciate it. Of course, we're not out at Hop Springs with all the Republicans, but we're here. And anyway, okay, so now let me ask you, and I'm not asking you to give away any trade secrets, but
yeah, I got you.
How do you all go about this? You've done this several times now. You've
several,
worked
yeah,
with
it'd
this.
be several, yeah.
How do you do this? Can you tell us? what you'll do, how you all will start?
Well, sure. I think
Because no doubt your candidate's got a lot of traveling to do.
we do.
know.
We've and this isn't private information or anything. But
Sure.
we've gone to Bledsoe County. We've gone to Warren County in last weekend. We have. I think we've got a national meeting coming up. Sequatchie County wants us back out
Sure.
to come for the first time. And then, of course, Rutherford County is going to be a place where I think we really,
Right.
really kind of
Yeah.
hook up and really make some movement out here. But as far as when we do it and the level and how we're doing it, of course, I'll let you find that out. But
Sure.
But going around the district, I think, and one thing I really wanted to make sure that the people in these districts knew is that we didn't come just to tap you and then say bye. We talked to them.
Right.
And I learned
Yeah.
in Warren County about the trouble they're having with senior care.
Sure.
And about how the nursery business and the city go together, and
Right.
and how important that is to people's livelihoods.
That's right.
I learned out in Bledsoe County that they've been trying to get a road through the Sequatchie Valley, a 4-lane, and every time the election time comes up, they get out there and they get the materials out there and they pull it right up right after.
Okay.
Right? And
yeah,
so,
I got you.
So you,
Sure.
you learn so much from people, and I think that's the best part of the job is that I want it to be a people, and I know Victoria wants it to be a people-focused campaign.
Sure.
And, I think we are really, really wanting to focus on learning the real stories of people, not having some sort of, get behind us, we're the best in the world. No, get behind us because we care about you.
Because God's on our side and all
right,
that.
No,
yeah,
we
yeah,
come
yeah.
because we
right.
asked you what was going on.
Right.
We want to know if you can't afford medicine for diabetes, if you got to reuse needles. We want to know if there are things about electricity or water. Bledsoe County can't even trust their water, man.
Yeah.
And Scott Desjardins been so hot about all he's done for rural counties, and he's still got people, if the water goes out under him, that the infrastructure by the federal government hadn't been built to where they can even drink water.
I know. Now, if you got Murray County,
Nope.
you don't have Murray
County's
County
gone. Mhm.
because they're going to say, they're having water issues in Murray County,
Yeah.
the entire county,
Mhm.
which should have been taken care of 25 or 30 years ago.
Chaz has got his handful. He sure does.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, well, that's Murray County,
Right.
but these are issues that will crop up on you eventually. And the whole truth of the matter is, they haven't been cropping up at all. They've been right there in front of you.
Yeah,
So-
really, can Bledsoe County point to something and say that they're better off, or can Sequatchie or Grundy or Marion or the rest of these places? And that's, I think, one
I
thing.
don't believe they can.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't believe they can.
Because what have you gotten after 15 years?
Well, after they're in their personal job, maybe.
Maybe.
They may have received a promotion. They may have received a slight raise. But like Terry said, no one's talked about minimum wage.
Right.
And minimum wage is where it all stems from for most people.
But can your kids stay here and build a future?
That's exactly right.
Is your hospital going to close next week?
I know.
Is your VA hospital, by the way, going to close like it's going to in Warren County?
I know.
And like it already had in Bledsoe? And the guy come out there who's responsible because he sits on the Armed Services Committee,
Right.
come out there and not say a word, say, oh, it's such a shame, and then walk off to his wonderful house up there in Washington, never come back except when there's a crisis that he doesn't have to take direct blame for. What kind of man is that?
I don't know.
And
and people keep voting for him.
Right.
I never understood. I can't answer that.
When's the last time you ever smelled Scott Desjardins in this county?
he's not going to darken this door here.
Right.
Yeah.
Never will.
No.
And Victoria's been here over and over and over.
Oh, she's been here several
and been
times.
to
with us.
Warren over
Yeah.
and Grundy
Right.
and these places that we know that are neglected.
Sure.
They're getting played by the politics and neglect. Yeah, you elect me, I'm going to support your values, but guess what? You still can't drink water.
Right.
You still can't. And it's not everybody's values either, because Democrats are showing up strong in these places.
Sure.
So you can't say that it's for everybody, because you don't govern anybody.
No. And let's face it. I'll just put it this way. Tony Benn said this, and he was one of the in Parliament in Great Britain.
Yeah.
A healthy, educated nation is much harder to govern. And I'll go even a step further. A happy nation, people that are truly happy at their core, they're much harder to govern. Wait a minute, what did you just say? What legislation are you talking about? Because they keep up with what's going on. And we've got a bunch of people now that are finally starting to keep up.
Because they feel it.
Yeah, because you feel it. Go back and check Scott Desjardins' little voting record. Mm-hmm. Check him out.
You know, he misses 4% more than the rest of his colleagues do. He misses. He where is he?
Yeah.
He can't even be bothered to show up, and then he gets all these Raytheon contracts. Mr. Raytheon.
Yeah.
He gets all of these defense contracts. Sits on the Armed Forces Committee. Meanwhile, Victoria is raising funds through a grassroots operation. The average donation that we get is $22.43. And if you have any cash you want to throw toward a candidate as your best interest in mind tonight, it doesn't have to be a monumental amount. Any little amount helps defeat the guy that sits on armed forces, takes money from Raytheon, probably wants to put more flock cameras up in your place. Oh, and by the way, $5,000 from Elon Musk. I don't know if that sounds like good things to you. Then this ain't the show for you.
He's an Elon Musk man, ain't he?
But if you want to help out a campaign that's looking to bring politics back to rural Tennessee and the outlying areas and combine a coalition of people that can work together for a better future, then you should check out Victoria Broderick.
Sure, and that's what we're going to do.
That's right.
Because there's a lot of people. I don't want any of Elon Musk's money. If it makes me act as silly as him, I don't want any part of that.
No, I don't think it was money for him that made him act as silly.
Okay. Well, okay.
Some of these things are inherent.
Yeah, right.
they come with the package.
That's right.
Does what it says on
true.
the can, you know.
I'm telling you. Well, we look forward to it. We're going to be seeing you in the next couple of months.
Yes, you will. You'll be seeing my candidate, more importantly, in the next couple of months.
Candidate, and she has an open invitation here, which I figured she already knew.
We know that.
But we've been so busy with the, with the county races. We have.
Trust
we really
me,
have.
I ran to them. I know.
I know, and but now the gear, we shift gears, and like we said, it's a whole different ball game, and even for our state candidates, their House Representative candidates.
Oh, cannot forget how monumentally important and wonderful they are. I mean, it's just we have a great slate.
I'm not going to start naming them because I'll leave somebody out and somebody will get their feelings hurt, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So, but we're going to have them all up here, and Victoria, I mean, she knows. I mean, she's riding home up here. She She can come up here. She's not out of place whatsoever. Just like you're not either.
That's right.
So what are you doing this week? Where are you headed?
Administrative work is a lot of it, I think. But it's really planning a lot. We're going to start having meetings and everything like that, and getting all of our.
Can you give us Victoria's address if someone wants to get on board? What, you got a website set up already?
Yes, it's victoria4tennessee.com. And if you just give me a second, I can send you. I can give you the PO box out for anybody who wants to.
Please do
send some donations really quick.
Yeah, and go ahead and send it to me while you're at it too.
But maybe not. I thought she texted it to me, but it should be on the website. It should be on the website also. So do you have to hear it from me? You can just go to the website, Victoria for Tennessee.
Victoria4tennessee.com.
Yeah, pretty sure that's what it is.
All right. Well, I just I thank you for taking your time on a Sunday evening to come up here.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be seeing you, and it's going to be interesting. And I think we found out that a couple weeks ago Thursday night, I never seen so many smiling faces for a change, and it was refreshing. It was really refreshing.
Let's do it again. We must continue.
We'll do this, and hopefully in November we'll do it. But hopefully, I know I'm going to see you before then.
I'll too.
Christian, thank you. Victoria, stay in touch.
Thank you, boys.
Guys on the board, Bo and Connor, thank you. And I'll tell you what, it's Ed Raymer for the Emily Raymer Show. Until next Sunday night at 8 o'clock, I'll catch you down the road. Good night.